Hey guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Sagittarius for February 2022. Keep in mind it's general, so take what you feel resonates for you, disregard the rest, go about your day, and know that no matter what messages come through, it's still up to you, your active free will, how you integrate this message, as well as the choices and the steps you take in your world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. To me, that's personal freedom, it's personal power, and it's something that only you can do because this lies at the tips of your fingers and at the soles of your feet, my friends, so use that power wisely. For all my subscribers, I love you, love you, love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you feel like this resonates, please hit subscribe, join the journey with me. Let me encounter your energy more often. I'd love to have you along for this ride. So before I get into the messages today, I'm just going to take a moment to call in spirit. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light, Archangel Raphael, and any of your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective to join. I'm going to ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, as well as to use me as the clearest channel possible, delivering messages that are for the most far-reaching, but only for our highest good. Just top-shelf messages here today, my friends. So I'm going to start off with the Lion Strider Tarot, and today, wow, right away, you guys have two different cards that come out, and we have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Two of Cups in reverse. So I'm going to get a little bit more clarification, please, Spirit. Can you tell me more about this? And this is in terms of spiritual advice. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse as well. Tell me more about this Two of Cups with the King of Pentacles in you. So for some of you, you could have an earth sign around you, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. You could have a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Three of Pentacles is here. Okay. So for some of you guys, there may be some stalling in your romantic life right now. And I feel like it could have a lot to do with outside influences, somebody not necessarily feeling strong enough is what I heard. This also could be that there's a lot of love in your world and you have a lot of love to give, but that in the particular situation that's happening right now, the romantic connection has been broken, is what I heard, or that there's something going on blocking the two of you to actually coming into union. And it could be a third party, another person. It could be something like work. It could be like travel. It could just be that this person's goals right now don't include necessary romance. So what I heard is for some of you, friendship is the way to go there, that it's going to be a friendship endeavor. So Spirit, can you give me a little bit more about this, please, with the Knight of Cups? Okay, so a bunch of cards. We have the Lovers in reverse. And I feel like to me, this could be a Gemini as well. This also, though, speaks about not making choices or not making the choices that we feel are right for our heart. You have the Fool. So for some of you, what I feel like is this could be even like a romantic relationship, like an arranged marriage. This could be something where you are with a person, you're in a marital relationship, but the love has dwindled, or that this relationship or this partnership, love wasn't the first reason for getting into this. So there could be a lot of different things. Like something I heard is like old school, like binding the families or bringing the families together, or you know, if you think about royalty, a lot of times as well, when they were marrying off, they weren't marrying because they were in love with the person. They were marrying because they were trying to bring peace and harmony towards two nations. Hopefully that's not the story that we're picking up on, but I do definitely feel like this real sense of love and real sense of need for love and wanting to go after that. For some of you, you could be coming out of sort of a more loveless marriage where you were working with this person. You may have had kids with them, but working in partnership to move on with your life. But now it's just really time, because I see this moving on to the Lovers in reverse, going, well, I've lived my life this whole way, this whole time. I would really like to experience love and romantic love. So we have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, the Eight of Cups in the reverse. You have the Hierophant here. And to me, this also is knowledge and spiritual truth. It could be marriage. It's authority figure, spiritual authority, and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So I'm going to check the bottom of the deck as well. So the bottom of deck I saw as the Four of Swords in reverse, but the Ace of Pentacles was at the bottom. It was what didn't pick up on me. So I'm going to keep this. I do definitely feel the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, sorry, the Four of Swords in reverse there too. This is because I feel like there has been I keep hearing stalemate, but it's also because we're refusing to let something go. And I think that we're refusing to let something go, even though with this Lovers in reverse and with the Two of Cups in reverse, that this situation is not fulfilling our heart's desire, but we're having trouble letting it go. So, I mean, this also speaks to me of sometimes when we are in the midst of, you know, leaving a partner, even if we no longer feel romantic love for them anymore, maybe we're not in love with them, there's still a lot of love in this partnership with this Knight of Cups. There's still a lot of love here. There's still a lot of love you have to give, as well as there's still a lot of love this person has to give. But it may just be that this is not the right situation for both of you anymore. And it doesn't mean that there wouldn't be hardships. It doesn't mean it would be easy to do this as well, especially when there is a lot of love in the connection. So for some of you, I feel like for some of you, this is moving on into something else, but that until you've dealt with this situation, the Spirit's not going to bring you a new person. They're not going to bring you that new situation, because this that is new, it needs the old ways to be disposed of, so to speak. This Four of Pentacles in the reverse as well. She's walking away with the clothes on her back with what is hers, leaving behind a household in the reverse here as well. For some of you, what I feel like some of the, I heard closure as well, but some of the, and disclosure, some of what's holding back is, where are you going to live? Where are you going to go? For some of you, I heard like it may be really helpful to live with your partner for a while you're trying to figure out what's going on and remove yourself from the situation as well. I'm going to grab the Line Strider, there. Man, I'm all kinds of the Wildwood. Okay. So you have the Ten of Stones here, which is about home. This is endings and completion as well. I again heard disclosure. You have the Ten of Bows and responsibility in the reverse, and the Hooded Man, which is the Hermit in the reverse here. So interestingly enough, though, there are a few major arcanas in this, as well as the Stag in the reverse. I feel like I'm going to flip those cards over, but I feel like for some of you, you may feel really burdened down with responsibility. It may also come down to this house again. A house is a lot to upkeep. Financially as well, there's a lot of financial strains that could be kind of going into this. And the Ten of Stones being the upright and then needing to let go of some of the burdens. This could even be at home, that if you're going to work and you're coming home and you're doing all the stuff that needs to be done at home as well, we really need to be finding ways to work in partnership, because sometimes there's a lot of love to give, but the reason why the love has kind of dwindled, or you're not necessarily in love anymore, is because of responsibility. And this is a place where I feel like what I heard is really time to strip back the layers and get to the nitty-gritty of this relationship. Get to the place where, you know, you're not keeping everything to yourself anymore. You're communicating your thoughts, you're communicating your desires, you're communicating your spiritual truth. But the universe also, I heard, has a plan for this situation. So for some of this Three of Pentacles, this is also being in communion with Spirit as well. Being very present in your physical world, being very grounded, being connected to Spirit, as well as I heard here, this is also a connection to our heart. Because with the Lovers in reverse, with this Two of Cups in reverse, I do feel like we may have ignored that before. My cat's beating around a little bit of Lego, so if you hear that, I apologize if it's in the background. So let's get some more information, please. Can you tell me about this situation? Thank you. What I heard is the situation requires you to have strength. If you see, this is the Four of Cups, and we also have the Nine of Arrows in reverse. This Four of Cups is the same as, you didn't get the Four of Cups, you have the Four of Swords. All right. But this is the Four of Swords, Four of Cups, the Four of Pentacles. The only thing that's missing is the Four of Wands with that marriage and that happiness and that celebration. And it may be that that's what you feel like is missing in your world. So this Nine of Arrows, often about dedication. This as well, though, can be about like just overthinking things and going through hell, essentially going through nightmare stages. I do feel like it's important, though, with this situation. All she's doing is shooting arrows off. She's doing what she's supposed to, but she's not really taking aim. And this is, don't do that. Take aim. Take aim for what you would like to go through in this world. Take aim for the home that you would like with the desires that you have. And if you're feeling really stagnant in this relationship, and I definitely feel like not wanting to get rid of it, not wanting to leave, not wanting to have that closure, not wanting it to be over, this is where we really do need to communicate with our partner. How can I want a new start? I want to be happy. I want us to be in love. And how can we do that? How can we work on this? For some of you, what I heard is it may actually take dating each other, going on dates, doing things together, finding and recapturing that romance between the two of you. So I have here the Numerology Oracle, and let's see what messages we have. Spirit, thank you. So you get a new start is coming, new moon. This is a really great time as well during the new moon to set your intentions on what would you like to see in this next cycle. How are you going to do that? How are you going to put this effort forward? What are some of the goals that you have? The bottom says it's a time to give rather than to take with the new moon in Virgo. So that's actually very interesting because a new start's coming and we have 2 new moons. Very, very important to keep your thoughts pure and your intentions pure as well. And that within this, if this is marriage, this could also be changing your spiritual religious viewpoints as well. Although I strongly feel like this has a very strong romantic vibe to it with the Two of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Lovers in the reverse here. This King of Pentacles person, again, could be you. I want to flip it over, though, because I feel like whatever it is with this King of Pentacles in the reverse, this is the owl. And I feel like for some of us, this is choosing not to use our wisdom right now and choosing not to learn from our experiences. And this could be someone in your life as well that you know that they're wise, but they're just not using that part of themselves right now. Or there's so much going on that they're not feeling grounded. They don't feel king. They don't feel like this crown. They don't feel anointed. They don't feel like they're worthy of this crown. And for some of you, I do feel like for some of you, that's what's happening. You do have someone in your world who either doesn't feel worthy of you, is not putting effort into the relationship as well. So under that, you have step out of your comfort zone with the North Node. That's the only way change comes, is if we step out of our comfort zone. And you have show the world the real you with another. This is a full moon in Aquarius. So I do feel like if you put your efforts and attention towards your goals and towards what you'd like to see at the next new moon, and you work through this, by the time the next full moons come out, you're going to learn a lot about yourself, as well as this is a more authentic version of you shining through. So you have nothing is yet set in stone. The mutable moon, things can change all the time. And potentially, if you're going through closure, again, I heard disclosure. So some of you really may need to be, opening up and talking about things that have happened within the marriage, within the relationship, the friendship. Or this could even be disclosing to someone that, hey, I have a lot of love for you. I'm not sure if it's romantic love. I'm not sure where we're going with this, but I've been feeling these kinds of feelings within my heart, and I just am kind of at this point of, there's a point where I heard too, like this person may not be able to offer you anything, or you may not be able to offer someone else anything at this point because you're struggling with your own resources at the time. But again, this is where if we have to offer love, that is something, and that is something incredibly special. So underneath that was, it's time, take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. And I'm going to grab a message from that book, from that one, that take time to breathe out. See what we get here. And this is disseminating moon. Alright, so if I trigger you through this, if I say something that makes you feel a certain kind of way, what was it? What did I say that made you feel this way? And how can we use this in our day-to-day lives going forward to create positive change and healing for ourselves? So it says the intensity of the full moon has abated, and what are we left with? That's what this card is asking you. It suggests that the situation you're asking about has now peaked, and it's time for you to regroup and to learn from your experiences rather than blindly forging ahead. Have faith in what is happening is for the best. Try to accept the way things are now and give yourself and others a time out to relax. Breathe. We can't be on all the time. If you feel you've hit an obstacle or even failed in some way, now is the time to reflect on how to do things differently next time. Be honest with yourself, and if you feel bad about your current situation, then remind yourself that life goes on in cycles. And the Attune to the Moon says, I'm where I am and it's okay. And that's the truth. Wherever you are in this world, whatever you're going through, it's where you are in this point. If you're in struggle, that's where you are. If you're feeling success, that's where you are. And all of these chapters in our worlds, all of these phases, they're just as important in the next. So like it said, if you feel like you're experiencing failure, just remember here, not everything's set in stone either. And you may be experiencing something one way, but it may not actually be as well as how it's panning out. So for some of us, we may feel like failures because what we thought was our goal didn't work out. But then we realized that by building what we wanted, we actually built something better. Take that time to breathe and just allow yourself to be in whatever cycle and change you are in right now. And make sure that no matter what you do, you're showing the world the authentic version of you. So I'm going to end this message with a little bit of advice going forward from the Earth Magic Oracle. And this, I feel like, is to stay grounded, really, truly. So Spirit, how can we help stay grounded? You have Shaman with Ancient Healing Wisdom. There is a lot with this card. For some of you, you may actually want to see a shaman. You may want to go in search of healing. For others of you, you may want to have a shamanic journey. You may want to have a vision quest or a meditation where you are asking to speak with your ancestors, or you may be asking to speak with a shaman ancestor, but you are asking for healing in whatever endeavor is going to happen or is happening to you. For some of you, the stuff that you're holding on to, that Eight of Cups in the reverse, it could be that rejection, that place where every time we offer love, they deny us, or they're with someone else and they just can't get a break. Well, with this Four of Swords in the reverse as well, it's like those things, that's overthinking, though. We're overthinking this situation. And not everything's set in stone. And sometimes, especially if it's a romantic partner, we think we want this relationship because this is what is comfortable to us. But then, if we let ourselves out of that comfort zone, over time we start to realize, well, that wasn't actually what was for me. So I do feel like throughout this process that you're going through, well, there's the Four of Cups. Yeah, it's the Four of Wands is the only one that's not here. Because we're still refusing to let go of something that's kind of hurt our heart and hurt our soul a little bit. Spirit's definitely calling you right now that ancient healing wisdom, you have it within you. You have the ability to heal as well. They're showing me the feathers and about communication. Communication's key. Ideas and inspiration are key. That you may need to communicate with someone about what's going on, DNA and karma as well, in order to kind of clear up some cycles and to clear up some hurt, really. For some of you, this is a parent. For some of you, this is not romantic at all. This is someone you love who has hurt you. And I heard as well, like, not taking responsibility with this Ten of Bows. So, under here was enfoldment and the lotus flower. And remember with this lotus flower, it thrives in the murk. It thrives in the muck. If it didn't have the mud, you wouldn't see this flower. And so much of the beauty of this flower, the roots and where it gains its nutrients, come from below the surface. So we also see here this hand. And to me, I feel like that's the hand of God. It's the hand of Spirit saying it's okay. Everything that's happening, it's going to unfold as it was meant to. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in your ability to heal, as well as that not everything is going to stay the same forever. For some of you, what I heard as well, this is literally down to DNA. For some of you, you may be healing things that is trapped in your DNA. Trauma passed on from our family members and loved ones as well. But I feel like whatever it's done, what I heard is it's wreaking havoc on your nervous system. So it is going to be really important to try and find ways to let whatever this is go so that this karma can clear. So that it's not just stuck there. It's time to keep moving and keep moving and keep climbing up. So that's the message I have for you guys. Just remember again, everything you do, follow your heart, move on and lead with love. And for some of you, as well as what I heard, purification was under there as well with the rain. This is what needs to happen. For some of you, the tears need to be shed, the discussions need to be had, and whatever it is that you have been stalling on, we need to push forward and do that. Focus on your goals, focus on your dreams, focus on you, focus on your healing, and focus on the love you have for yourself, and everything else is going to unfold and fall into place as it's meant to be. So that's the message I have, guys. I really hope it resonates. I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.